An interesting film premiered at Sundance recently. It was called Operation Avalanche. It's a movie that used some footage from NASA, but wasn't really necessarily truthful. It is being called, quote, the most illegal movie ever. Xander is going to explain to you why that is.
Yeah, well, the way that I understood it is that it's like a Christopher Guest type of like mockumentary style video, but what they did was they went into NASA with the premise of making a legitimate documentary, and they took that footage and kind of warped it to fit the narrative that the moon landing was faked. And this is the story of like the filmmakers that were hired because the U.S. couldn't keep up with the space race with Russia.
So this is a fictional. Okay, so they
fictional. It could have happened.
They told NASA they were filming a real documentary when they got this footage from inside of NASA grounds, and then what the final product ended up being was a fictional,
like a comedy almost,
fake documentary about filmmakers hired to work on the moon landing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, this seems illegal as hell.
Yeah. Which is why, like, I think that they did the smart thing in going to like Sundance and kind of like through the kind of legal channels, because if they had made this video and done like a Kickstarter or like put it up on the internet, it would have gotten a cease and desist so fast,
so quickly.
But because it went to Sundance, and it seems like from what I'm reading that it's a good movie as well as this gimmick of being the most illegal movie ever made, that a studio has actually picked it up. Was it Lionsgate maybe? Yeah, it was because Lionsgate picks up everything.
Well, they I don't know about that, but it seems like they used a legal loophole for fair use.
Yes, exactly.
But I wasn't aware that applied to fictional creative films for profit.
It's kind of under the same thing as parody law. Like, it's the way that we get away with making like parody of top 40 songs.
It seems different though, because you don't tell people I'm doing this for this and then do something else.
Well, it seems like that's like the moral obligation, but it's not the legal obligation.
It's a very fine line. Like, I'm very interested in how this will play out because I'm, you know.
Well, they did bring their lawyer to their
Sundance to the screening. They're like, any questions?
Just in case.
This is cool. Our lawyer has cleared it.
And the lawyer just gets up and says, "This is cool, guys."
I would love cool, y'all. And has a paper that says I can do what I want.
Cool. I would have loved to be in the Q&A after the Sundance screening. You know, like literally any questions, and I'm sure everyone the lawyer stepped forward.
How did you do this?
It was cool, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. I dislike the idea of lying to NASA and warping their contributions and then being dishonest about that.
Especially because you know that people are going to take this as fact and not going to get that it's a fiction.
Right. There's so many conspiracy theorists out there who
I don't think that's an accident, too.
Right. No, I don't think so either.
That's like, it seems extremely dishonest, and I dislike the idea of NASA's work being warped this way and being misconstrued, and maybe, you know, maybe in the future they'll be less open to actual filmmakers wanting to talk about actual NASA projects.
Yeah.
And that's the issue we fall into.
Have you seen Room 237?
I have. It's interesting that this movie also involves a picture of Stanley Kubrick.
Because that's who allegedly directed the moon landing.
I know about this.
Right.
It's this long alleged conspiracy theory that Stanley Kubrick directed this staged moon landing on a sound stage, and that he dropped clues into the movie, and maybe you'll get it.
Anyone.
You know, but it's just, it's interesting. It's just really convoluted, and I don't know. I do have a problem with the dishonesty and the repercussions that NASA might face and science communicators might face.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to applaud you on your ingenuity.
Yeah. They're going to get the same type of marketing as like The Interview got, or like that it's so controversial and so like guerrilla filmmaking.
And then when I watched The Interview, it was like, this is not controversial or good.
Yeah.
As sad as it is, like that this happened to NASA, I still want to see it.
Oh yeah, I want to see it hardcore.
I really want to see it.
See?
I know,
it's like,
it's so bad.
I mean, like, that natural curiosity is going to be piqued, of course. I can't fault you for that, but it's I kind of want to see it too, even though I disagree at its core of how it was obtained and what have you. I mean, we also have movies, such as the one with the found footage from Disney.
That's the one.
Disney
I
Park.
was mentioning that to Xander the other day. Wasn't it like some people went into Disney, like, on their vacation and had their family camera, but the whole time they're actually filming like a horror movie, right?
A found footage.
Yeah, found footage, like horror movie. And yeah, I didn't get to see that. Where could you find that?
It's still, I think it's available.
Is it still available?
It's out. It's been released.
From what I hear, this NASA one is a lot is better quality and better made. Of course, they actually had, I'm sure they were able to bring in all their equipment into NASA under that premise.
What was interesting is that the filmmakers were talking about they only had one shot at most things, and they can't have people like actual physicists and NASA employees repeat themselves, twice, take a line twice.
Right.
And because of that consequence, there's a lot of this which is unscripted. I mean, it's bold.
Yeah.
I don't like what you're doing in the long run. Audience, what is your opinion on this? I've said mine a few times. Let us know below in the comments and like and subscribe for more.